I'm Josh Light with PoliticIt.com here in Rhode Island with Abel Collins, who's running for Congress as an independent in District 2. How are you doing today, Abel?
Doing great, thanks.
Abel, tell us the big differences between you and your competitors in this race.
Well, there's a number of big differences. One that I've highlighted is the Keystone XL pipeline, which is a project coming out of Alberta, Canada, going down to the Texas coast, bringing tar sands oil to the refineries down there, which is a very dangerous project, an accident waiting to happen. I oppose that. All of my opponents are for it.
And you're a big proponent of the environment. You want to talk about that, your beliefs in the environment?
Yeah, certainly. I think we face a number of challenges, and they're interrelated with some of our economic problems as well. But first and foremost, there's climate change. We've seen droughts, fires, floods raging really across the planet, and we're not taking appropriate action to mitigate carbon emissions. We have to be much more serious, and right now both parties are sort of ignoring the problem because they get so much money from the industries that are causing that pollution.
And when you're out in District 2, you're talking to people, what fiscal issues are they concerned about?
Well, people here in Rhode Island, we face a lot of debt on the local level. There's a big statewide deficit every year. It's always huge in the news. People are concerned with pension funds. There was a big effort this past year to reduce the benefits, the COLAs of state employees. So that's on people's minds. A lot of the state employees I speak to most are very upset with the way they were treated, not being brought in to the whole negotiation process. So it's really a local issue here in Rhode Island more than people are focused on the national debt.
What social issues have you found people are concerned about?
People are very concerned with losing their voice in politics. I don't know how many times I've talked to people who feel disenfranchised by the amount of money that's in politics. That's another one of my core issues, getting the money out of politics. I believe we can do that by winning a grassroots campaign, showing that it doesn't take $1 million to win a race. But the more cynical people get about this, about losing their voice and thinking that it doesn't matter what they do, because either way, we're going to be electing people who are only going to cater to Wall Street or the corporations, the more they're not participating. So another thing I hope to do is to really inspire people to get back into the political process. You do have a voice. We can promote alternative choices, and it's just about beating that cynicism.
How has your experience prepared you for Congress?
Well, I've worked here at the State House a little bit. It's right here in the background. You can't see it. And I've crafted legislation myself. I've also advocated a lot for improving transit service here in Rhode Island. So I know what it takes to move people around in a legislature. I know what it takes to write the language and to talk to coalitions of groups to really build that groundswell of support that it takes to get things done. So that experience will come in very handy in Washington. I know it's not a place where a lot of things are getting done right now, but we can change that. And I'd look forward in Washington to really being an activist. Going out into the public, building up that support that it takes to push through the legislation and the good laws.
How are you working to improve your IT score, your digital influence?
Our most successful part of the campaign has been our online media presence. Facebook in particular, we have over 1,000 likes on our campaign page now. We started it only 4 months ago, and we've far outpaced all our competitors. That's by keeping it really fresh on the content, using videos and pictures, and using the captions to feed people back into the website and to other things that we're doing with the campaign. When we're out knocking on doors, all the materials we have the website, the Facebook address. The first business cards I made had the QR code, So we try to make it all very interactive, and I think it's been a wonderful success, I'm surprised when I go out and knock on doors how many people have actually heard of the campaign before I get there, because as an independent, I don't have the TV commercials that everybody else has, but social media is out there.
How's your campaign going right now?
I think we're being incredibly successful. The primary season is over, and so now it's on to the real race. And I'm looking forward to getting into the debates, winning the debates, getting onto the TV a lot more. up until now, the traditional media has really used the primaries as an excuse not to cover our campaign in particular, just because they say, well, we're not in the primary, so you have to wait your turn. So, we're already starting to get that attention. We got a bunch of, media hits last week. We'll be doing some really innovative stuff in terms of fundraising, using a Kickstarter-like campaign to generate revenue for the campaign. We're also doing a really innovative fundraiser at the end of next week, which is going to draw in a community partner. We want to set the tone. Like, this is a public service that we're aiming to do, and we can do that in our campaign as well. So I'm gonna partner with the Amos House here, which is a great group, works fighting homelessness and hunger in the state, and that's a population that's not talked about in politics anymore. We talk about the diminishing middle class, but we rarely ever talk about the working class, the working poor, which is where more and more people are slipping through the cracks into.
Abel, where can people go to learn more about you?
Well, people can go to electable2012.com. On Facebook, we're facebook.com/electable. And on Twitter, it's electable.
Thanks, Abel.
Thank you. Nice to meet you, Doug.